Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's on DisneyPlus.com, and in this video I'm going to be speaking to Tony Hale about the Mysterious Benedict Society.
Hi
Hi
there.
Roger.
Hi there. Hi Tony.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Good, cheers. Thank you very much for taking time out to speak to me today.
Oh my gosh, my pleasure.
Thank you. So first off, I just want to ask, first off, could you tell us a little bit about what Mysterious Benedict Society is all about?
Yeah. So when the series begins, something called the emergency has happened. It's a global crisis, and it's kind of sent everybody in this state, or put everybody in this state of panic. But no one can really kind of put their finger on the source. And so I play Mr. Benedict, who gathers these really four gifted kids together to find the source. And the reason why I gather these four kids, which I love, is they don't have, wild magical powers. Their superpower is their creativity, their intellect, and their empathy. And that's what, in the end, finds the source. And I just, especially after what we've been through, I love the simple fact that those are superpowers. Those are very powerful traits that can bring change. So it's a really beautiful story. And obviously it's filled with a lot of surprises, a lot of adventure. It's beautiful, and just a blast to watch.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've watched the first 2 episodes today, and I really enjoyed it. I just kind of wanted to ask, what was it like playing 2 characters in the same show?
It was daunting at first, but then I think for me, what makes it easier is I find traits of myself in each of the characters, because then hopefully that presents a little more of an authentic picture of these characters rather than just an idea of them as like good guy, bad guy.
That's cool. And sort of how did kind of COVID affect like the filming of the show, and did it actually change like anything about the story, as you said, like with the emergency?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it was you couldn't help but think of the parallel between what we were shooting and what was going on in the world. Because obviously, as we all experienced, there was a tremendous amount of confusion out there and chaos and a lot of noise. And those voices that stood out to me were the voices of truth, the voices of empathy, the voices of understanding, and those rose above the noise. And that to me is what this show talks about a lot. Is there's a lot of messages and subliminal negative messaging happening, and then it's those voices of truth that rise above.
Yeah, and also kind of, would you like to see a second season of the show as well?
Oh yeah, I try not to jinx it, but God willing, we get to do it. I'm actually reading the second book now, just because I really enjoy so much Tren's writing. But it's fun to see where he goes, and then I know that Phil and Matt, who adapted the first season, they took some liberties with the book just because of COVID and stuff. But it's fun just to see them two work together and see what could come.
That's cool. And just kind of a final question, really, and this might be a little bit of a tricky one for you, was what is your favorite Disney Plus original so far?
My favorite Disney Plus what? Sorry?
Original.
Well, I have a 15-year-old, so I've been watching a lot of High School Musical. But I have to think of. Let me think a minute, because I need to look it up to see what's on. Can you tell I watch more YouTube than I watch TV shows?
That's right. See, I thought you might have gone for Forky Asked a Question, because I figured that one.
Oh yes, well, I do love, yeah, of course. Forky Asked a Question would have to be at the top of my list, because, by the way, he asks questions that I want to know about. So, I would even add some questions to Forky if I could. Like, why? Somebody asked me that, they're like, "Is there a question you'd like Forky to ask?" And I would say, "Why?" It's true. Like, I don't understand why people talk so loud on their cell phones and talk about personal things on their cell phone when I can hear them. Yeah, there's a lot of questions I think you should ask.
Yeah, that is great. Thank you very much for taking your time out today to speak to me. I'm really enjoyed the show, and I'm really hoping it's a huge success on Disney Plus for you.
Oh, me too. Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.